Yeah, you know what time it is. Yes, sir. Boys and girls, I'm only reacting to stuff like this because I care about the future of my kids. Like, my kids, hypothetically speaking. Because I ain't got none now. But, bro, I am concerned about the kind of society I will have to raise them in. And what Candace Owens publicly said about Cardi B and the exchange they had, let me know why it's so important for us to have women like Candace to be the role models for young black women. I mean, if you had to pick between Cardi B and Candace Owens, who do you want your daughter to be like in the future? You let me know. I know you can be all about, yeah, let her be herself, blah, blah, blah. That sounds a bit reckless, in my opinion. So a child can't give consent, but that same child can know that they want to be another gender. It's a lot. There are bigger issues at stake, yeah? But this just concerning the role models for women, hence why we're reacting to this. Let's hear what Candace has to say.
Deeply protective over my family. She's gonna get sued for that, plain and simple. I don't play games with that kind of stuff.
The battle is on between conservative pundit Candace Owens and Cardi B.
When I say something like she's toxic to culture, the reason she gets so worked up and she starts spiraling is because she knows it's real.
It all started on Monday when Candace appeared on Fox News and criticized Cardi and Megan Thee Stallion's performance of their hit single WAP at Sunday's Grammy Awards.
You see that fundamentally we are seeing the destruction of American values, American principles.
Are they lying here? I hear no lies. I hear no lies. What she say about Cardi? Let's go back.
Candace Owens and Cardi B.
When I say something like she's toxic to culture, the reason she gets so worked up and she starts spiraling is because she knows it's real.
She knows it's true. She's toxic.
Started on Monday when Candace appeared on Fox News and criticized Cardi and Megan Thee Stallion's performance of their hit single WAP.
Bro, women would never want men to just downgrade them by calling, oh, you got wet ass pussy, you got like, whoa. You wouldn't want a man to just go around saying that. So why would you appreciate a woman saying it to the whole world? Basically telling all of us to say it. You have kids listening to all of this and you think it's all calm. You forgot that you still remember songs you heard when you were so young. So, and you know how things we hear when we're kids shape our lives. The way we think about things and whatnot. Every kid there's a sponge. You hear this and you think not all of them will know what it is. Because Cardi says, oh, watch your kids. You think that's all that we should do? You think in today's world you can actually watch your kids? Every social medium they open, you know what's going on there. Come on, guys. Social media, I'm sorry about that. But hey, I'm just saying, because Cardi showed a short clip of her daughter coming and she stopped the song. Does that mean that's what she does every day? Because she just showed you guys a clip on Instagram. I apologize on behalf of a lot of people's thinking and mindset.
At Sunday's Grammy Awards.
You see that fundamentally we are seeing the destruction of American values, American principles.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying. I think parents should be terrified.
For real.
This is the direction that our society is heading towards. And
For
again,
real.
we are weakening America. That's really what we should be talking about. This is a weakening of American society. We are
For
setting
real.
the stage and it feels like we are looking at corrosion. Like we are about to see the end of an empire.
Well,
Facts. Corrosion ended of an empire. For real. And you see me? When China comes calling, singing quite la. Ni hao ni hao ma. Yeah? Titian. Bro, I'm ready to dip if y'all start playing games out here. What are you doing?
Cardi shared that clip on Twitter, writing, "Yay, we made Fox News, guys. Wop, wop, wop." She added, quote, "Matter of fact, I'm just going to thank Candy Owens. She put my performance on Fox News, giving it more views that boosted the views on YouTube and is counting towards my streams."
God, how can you actually have a woman who thinks like this at the top of the food chain? The thing is, we all knew who Cardi was before she actually even became all this, you know. Like, she was all that, you know, street kind of vibes. She's a beautiful woman with amazing heart skills. Let me not say heart skills. Like, she does have an amazing heart. But, bro, the way she communicates with it, how can I be scared for my kids and you say I love this person? How can I love Cardi but not want my kids to listen to Cardi? It doesn't make sense.
And sales.
Oh, snappity snap snap.
But things quickly went downhill after Cardi shared an alleged tweet from Owens claiming the political commentator's husband had cheated on her with Owens' brother. The author initially laughed off the tweet, writing, quote, "I am literally laughing out loud. Cardi, my dear, that is clearly a Photoshop tweet. Only one of us has a husband that sleeps around."
Wow. Talk about sucker punch. So basically, Cardi lied on Candace. You made a Photoshop tweet. Why would you do that? Just because you want this woman to look so bad, you Photoshop a tweet? Why I can relate with Candace here is because I live this kind of life in different forms. Obviously not politically, but people have gone lengths just to make sure I look ridiculous in situations. And that's what comes with the territory when you stand for something. You know, when you don't conform to just being an ignorant person. People will do whatever. And I just say, let go and let God. Let them do what they want to do. They're definitely going to get the repercussions on God.
But later added that she is 100% suing Cardi, adding, "You can't just start throwing out wild lies against private members of my family because you're upset someone called you out on your degenerate performance."
She shares this photoshopped tweet and that says that my husband had an affair with my brother. Completely wild, completely inappropriate. And she knows she's lying, obviously, when she says this, but she doubles down and she says it's not photoshopped. I saw the tweet go out on a day that you were trending. So she's lying. So unfortunately for Cardi, and the problem with having success is that just because you're successful doesn't mean you're smart. Like, she's gonna get sued.
100%. Owens later took to Instagram.
I'll do that for me too. I ain't got time for this. We'll finish it in court. I'll move on with life. I got time for back and forths. Real life, bro.
Instagram to address the whole thing in a 13-minute long video.
I am, like, you know, deeply protective over my family.
Me too, baby.
Especially my brother, who is a completely private citizen and has nothing to do with Cardi B and her twerking and whopping. And for her to pretend that she knew that this Photoshop tweet was real and was authentic, she's gonna get sued for that. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
I don't play games with that kind of stuff.
But this isn't the first time the two have come head to head.
There are way more intellectual black Democrats you could have sat down with, yet you chose an illiterate rapper, because that's what she is. She's illiterate.
Back in September, Owens appeared on the Ben Shapiro show and threw some major shade at the rapper following Cardi's sit down with then President.
Bro, look at how Cardi looks sitting down with this president guy, and the guy's like, yes. I go look at her, spaz, keep spazzing, just keep talking. You really think anything Cardi said was put into consideration? Bro, think, man. Come on, let's be real, bro. Like, I appreciate Cardi as a human being and her rise to fame. You know, dedicating herself to something and getting somewhere. But when it comes to influencing kids now, obviously all the music she makes, woe betide me. I play it where my kids are. I even don't listen to it. So why would I even play it to people I love? Do you understand? So if you love it, that's cool though. I ain't mad at you. That's cool. But I'm just saying, for me though, personally, my opinion, that's not my cup of tea though. Yeah.
Potential nominee Joe Biden.
Bro, come on, man. We all this nail stuff and all of this right here. I can't even talk too much, bro. Like, And if you want to come with some ignorant commentary in the comment section, just don't bother, bro. Don't. Because, yo, I ain't going to fight you. But I'm going to send spiritual vibes for you to know this world is not a game. If you're going to come and act ignorant, be ready. On God. I don't fight physically, man. I just tell the guy who owns the universe to do whatever. And if you think he doesn't own the universe, you ask some other power. And let's do our thing. And let's see what happens. Real life.
She asked pointedly ridiculous questions. I want lower taxes, but I want universal health care for all. She had no idea what she was doing. And yet both Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden made the time to sit with her because they believe black people are stupid.
Exactly. That's the point right here. Out of all the people that they could have sat down with and had a conversation, you chose Cardi B. Bro, none of people, with all the people in college right now studying anything to do with politics, none of them would choose to sit down with Cardi B over a Candace Owens. Except they just have prejudice against a black person. Or some unconscious bias, bro. Where negativity is just attributed to a person of color and positivity is attributed to someone who's white. Bro. Obviously, Cardi is not white, but the point is to have a constructive discussion. You do not call Cardi B, especially when it comes to politics. I mean, there's a whole range of topics you can speak with Cardi about. Music, she knows what time it is. It's fashion, dancing. Of course, entertainment. Yes, Cardi. But now we're talking about the futures of our kids. Guys, we need to wake up, blood. The more of us that sleep, the more tragic the future would be. That's unfortunate, but that's factual. I hope all of you just, know what time it is, man, to be fair. Because we just want a better world all around.
Yay, that's a win. No, it's not a win.
Cardi fired back with several tweets, writing in part, quote, "I don't want to argue with you, Candace. I really don't have the time. I honestly just feel sorry for you."
What a back out. That's what they say. I don't want to argue. When there's nothing to be said. I don't want to argue with you. A girl like Cardi would not want to argue. Who says, what? Who's got real time for BS? If she catches you on the street and you're on some BS, Cardi will have time for you. I mean, before she got all this famous, of course. So, when it's time for an intellectual debate, type what you want to say. You say, oh, I don't have time for this. Now it looks like I don't like Cardi. And it's not even about that. It's just about protecting the future of my kid. That's what I'm on about right now. For real.
That time, Owens responded with an 8-minute long video on Instagram. And Cardi, she clapped back on Insta Live.
Why wouldn't Joe Biden sit down with me, Cardi B? I have millions of followers. I could also encourage millions of followers to go vote. And I don't know what black man broke your heart that you hate your kind so much.
What's she talking about hate your kind? What is she talking about black men broke your heart? Bro, we're talking objectively here about real life situations. And baby's coming out with broke your heart and with all this frivolous stuff. What is all this about? You're going away from the real situation. Come on, Cardi, you can do better, man. Like, to be fair, I was just disappointed in Cardi as a whole. Like, I really thought she could come with something more, Like, this was just flawless for Candace. Like, bro, there was no point. Like, anyone who actually thinks, and is very conscious, they see this as a flawless one. Like, bro, only Cardi and her types would support Cardi here. And I can't even imagine somebody publicly standing with Cardi in this situation. Like, I'll really just assess you, taking all you're saying. And then we know who you are for real. Clearly, that person must not have no plans for kids in the future, which is not a surprise in today's America. But my God told me I gotta procreate. I've never always been perfect, but I make sure I learn though moving forward. So it's your choice. If you want to have the former Daniel or the future Daniel or the present Daniel, you choose. Whoever wants the former one, yeah, you could go hang in there. I don't mind. You see all this stuff where people bring out things from the past, this and that. Whatever you want to do, do. Just like Kevin Hart, when he told the Grammys, you want me to apologize for a joke I cracked doing my craft? I was doing my craft, cracking and making people laugh, comedy, and you told Kevin Hart to apologize. He was like, yo, he apologized, but he said, yo, Grammys, yeah, you can keep the hosting. He doesn't want it. That's different class. That's my kind of person. Companies that will back out because people are just being, nah, that's not me. That's why I'm doing all my work I'm doing right now to make sure in the future I don't have to depend on no white blood cells to dictate my finances and the future of my family.
Once the dust seemingly settled, Cardi reflected on the feud and tweeted that she hates arguing with people, adding that she didn't even really know how they started fighting in the first place. As for Owens, she felt like she walked away from the beef victorious. Quote,
of course.
She is still tweeting about me. I broke Cardi B.
Lord. Wow. I mean, talk about a black woman you want your daughter to be like. And you have this two in front of you. I'm choosing Candace all day. Let me know who you want to choose. You can choose Cardi. I understand. I will understand. We're all different. We're all wired differently. So you do have the right to, choose Cardi. And I'm sure you have your credible reasons. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining me on this one. I really appreciate you guys. This is a very thin line I know we're threading. But yeah, I hope I don't rub anyone wrongly. I hope you learn to accept my opinions just the way you want to be accepted. Hopefully you do that. And really, we find some equality. Have a lovely day, boys and girls. And yeah, you know what time it is. Take care of yourselves. Stay true to yourself. And yeah. Toodles.